during last week because of the festive season as well as the puja. So a very warm welcome to all of you. Please turn on camera, whoever is joining the Zoom room. And we have also live devotees joining me at the Ardinam. So today we are going to enter into the 13th Nithya Kriya. So it's going to be cure for short-sightedness. So welcome everybody. Kailasa, Singapore, this is Nithya Bhagavan they call me Madhuga. And before we enter into the session, let's prepare ourselves, the body, mind, space, to enter into deep listening and restful awareness. So I'd like all of you to sit with the back straight first. Sit comfortably in any meditative posture so that your whole spine is aligned in one straight line. Neck, hip, and spine are one straight line, such that you're grounded, your weight is grounded on the two sitting bone of your pelvis. Okay? Find a sitting bone and align the whole back straight up, and such that you find yourself weightless. You don't feel heavy or, like you're going to collapse. You weightless, that you can hold the structure, because that is important for facilitating the energy flow. So sit with the back straight and then close your eyes. Now start turning your awareness inside and become aware now to this whole physical body, from head to the toes, fingertips, the physical shaft of the body where the skin ends. The boundary of the skin ends is your physical body. And start to expand your awareness to encompass your breathing. So start inhaling very slowly and deeply. And exhale slowly and completely. Go on breathing in and out with awareness of the two gaps, the two pause as you inhale. At the end of inhalation, there is brief pause, and then exhale very slowly and completely, and you enter into the second gap. Just keep on breathing in and out with awareness of the two gaps. In the gaps is where you reach this zone of thoughtlessness. You enter into the silence. You touch the Shiva consciousness in these gaps. In those gaps, there's no thought and no movement, only silence. Feel comfortable establishing yourself in those silence in the gap. You will notice you enter into your expanded awareness, this kind of silence, where you're ready to be in authentic listening, where you're listening at the same time cognizing. That is a space to receive whatever Swamiji has to impart in this session. Please enter into the space in restful awareness, ready to receive and experience Nithya Kriya, the cure for short-sightedness. I'd like all of you to join the palms together in front of your Anahata Chakra, your heart center, as we invoke Swamiji to the space. Take a deep breath. Nityanandam Paramashuvam Kevalam Jnanamutim Vandvatitam Gagana Satrisham Tattvamasyadi Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Trigunarahitam Satguruntam Namami. Followed by 3 rounds of Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. In that silent space, pray to Paramashivan Swamiji, requesting them to bless us to experience this powerful Kriya, to heal the eyes, those of you who have issue with short-sightedness. Let's pray to both them to bless us for a cure of this myopia. All right. When you're done, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome to everybody. Okay, so next slide. So let me just take you through what we're doing today, the outline for today's session. So for people who are new to Nithya Kriya, I'm going to again recap what it is so that you understand the context where these Kriyas are created or gifted by Swamiji, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And then we're going to understand what is myopia and the causes and symptoms of myopia. Before we enter into the Shastra Pramana, I'm going to give you some insight from the Vedic tradition, the yogic perspective, some of the practices that we do for eye care. Okay, I forgot to add that in the bullet point, but I have added the slide this morning. So because when I said with Swamiji, he showed me, we show them this. I said okay, so I added the slide, but I forgot to add it into the outline. But that's okay. I'm just going to talk it through. And then after that, we'll enter the Shastra Pramana for Nithya Kriya, and then we'll go through the instruction for this. We're doing this Kriya together, and finally, we will have sharing by the participants. Okay, so that's going to be the nature of the flow. Next slide. So very quickly for the new participants who are joining for the first time, let me introduce what is Nithya Kriya. So Nithya means eternal, Kriya means like a cleansing technique. It's basically Swamiji named this 108 he gifted to the world for Nithya Kriya. They basically are a unique set of healing processes with knowledge and techniques drawn from the most authentic yogic, sacred yogic scriptures of Hinduism, with specific combination compiled and expressed from the personal experience of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So understand, when Swamiji was illegally imprisoned in 2010, he spent that few months, 53 days he was there, developing this Kriya. Okay, so understand, even he said that even though you try to imprison me, I will continue to liberate you. So he was continuously working even though he was in the prison, and see how to enrich the world. So that 53-day was the birth of this 108 Nithya Kriya. So he said that every Kriya that he compiled, he actually worked on his own body to see how the effect of this Kriya has on his body. So be very clear that he has kind of like done his R&D, research and development, when he was developing these 108 Nithya Kriyas. So basically, Nithya Kriya is soundly anchored in the sacred yoga scriptures like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Hatha Yoga Pratipika, Guhendra Samhita, and Shiva Sutra. So a lot of the references are taken from very credible enlightened source of yogis. So that's why these prayers are so powerful. Next slide, please. So there are 5 important components of Nithya Kriyas. One is the breath using pranayama, means certain breathing techniques to move the prana, the life force inside you, to work on the energy. And then some of the Kriya has also very powerful visualization. The use of visualization to create different experience of in the process. And then, of course, yoga asanas and some body movement, depending on what the Kriya is. Yoga asanas and body movement like the Karana. Karanas are the dance step created by HDH Paramashivam in the form of cosmic dancer. So that could be incorporated in some of the Kriya. He has certain Karana instead of yoga asana. Then, use of sound, frequency. If sounds from inside is called mantra, certain mantra inside, and sound from outside is certain music also. So, combination of all these create a different healing effect for different ailments or disorder. So the healing achieved by the Nithya Kriya is permanent as it works on the cellular biomemory level. It generates natural steroids and therefore there is no side effects. Okay? There are no side effects for this Nithya Kriya. Besides the healing that you receive, the Nithya Kriyas have a very powerful permanent effect on the brain functioning because during the process of the breathing, he awakens the Kundalini Shakti, the inner potential energy within our body, which awakens non-mechanical parts of the brain. Since our brain is wired in certain way, if you're habituated to certain thought processes, then it's always think in certain way. It's like a riverland, like the brain grooves are wired because we always use that part of brain for a long period of time. But when the Kundalini energy is awakened, it starts rewiring because the whole brain is infused with tremendous energy. And when that happens, it can basically create a very special effect by awakening those parts of the brain that you never use or you neglected. You didn't even know that it exists. So that is the power of awakening the Kundalini Shakti. So this breathing technique has the power to awaken the Kundalini energy. It's like so basically, what is Nithya Kriya in terms of the Shastra Pramana? So see this hi coming. So taken from Yoga Chandamani Upanishad verse 116. It says, for him who is possessed of pranayama, there will be destruction of all diseases. For those devoid of pranayama, there will be the generation of all diseases. So the power of pranayama when you work on Nithya Kriya. Next slide. So now let's enter into some basic understanding about myopia or short-sightedness. Okay, come settle down. Now our program has more people than the online people now, which is good. Okay, so now let's understand what is myopia or short-sightedness. Either short-sightedness or nearsightedness. These are the names used to describe this condition. So myopia, often known as nearsightedness, is a common eye problem that affects millions of people globally. Okay, many people started with short-sightedness when they are, young. Then it actually happens when the eye is too long, or the cornea. The cornea is the lens. The clear front section of the eye is overly curved. It means the curvature of the cornea is somewhat excessive, which causes the light to focus on the retina. That means, the light sensitive layer at the back of the eye is wrong. It did not hit the area where it's supposed to project. So because of that, it causes blurry vision when gazing at the far object. That means when you can't see far, you can see near. You have a clear vision when you see things clear in near certain distance around you. But when you see far away, you can't see clearly. You will feel that it's like everything is blurred. So that is the condition of myopia. Okay, so you can look at the graph here. For a person with a normal vision, the projection will be at the back of the eyeball, right? However, because of the myopia situation, the eyeball is slightly elongated, like a longish, instead of round, it's a bit elongated. So because of elongated shape of the eyeball, which caused the projection is not able to hit at the back. So it's like falling short of the retina. So as a result, you're not able to see things far away. The blurred vision is caused by this, the eyeball shape. So next slide. So what are the causes of this condition, myopia? See, the most common cause of myopia is the structural problem of the eyes. Within the eyes, as I spoken, earlier. However, myopia can also be caused by a mix of hereditary and environmental factors. I've seen more and more cases of myopia in the younger cases due to environmental factors. It means it's not born. It's because of the looking too long hours in front of the computers or in terms of the mobile devices, any light source devices. When you look at it over a period of time, it will cause that problem. Okay, so myopia development is heavily influenced by genetic as well as the condition often run in the families. So it could also be related to family hereditary, and also according to the research, children who have one or both parents who are myopic are more likely to have children with the same condition. Okay. So, like I said, the environmental variables can increase the likelihood of developing myopia or speed up its progression. These are the condition. One, doing close-up work such as reading or using the computer for a long period of time. Okay, so this is one on the modern lifestyle sickness, right? Because when we do a lot of work, children are now even not doing paperwork, they're doing a lot of work on the computer, right? That's the problem. Because now they all migrated to digital. Everything is digital, right? So you can't submit paper anymore. Yeah, we go to the, they have a website and then you submit your paper or you submit your work. Everything is all done on a computer. So as a result, that naturally, kids are now spending more time, a longer period of time on computer or anything light source, whether it's notepad or iPad, whatever. So that is one of the major contribution to the tremendous increase in myopia. And also a lack of natural sunlight or outdoor activities. Like for someone who's always cooped up at home and very sedentary lifestyle, that means don't go out and be in the nature. Don't look at trees, look at greeneries, don't look at mountains. They're only looking at computer. Naturally, that is going to be the case, right? So, those days when we used to live in the nature. In fact, one of the thing that Swamiji said that if you want to heal your eyes, just go and live in the nature for 1 month without any contact with the light source device. Things just live in the darkness and in the nature, your eye will be healed. He said that you can even see in the dark. He said that he learned this technique from his guru, the Kupama, the female guru. Basically, she's already in her like 60, 70. She still can read in the dark without any light, in the pitch dark. Okay, and that is a power. That means Swamiji can also do that because he said that when he was in those wandering days, when he was living as a sadhu, wandering, and he lived a lot of time in the forest, in the what you call that, cremation yard. So in that kind of natural environment, there's no light source. So he lived in the darkness, and naturally, when you're used to living in the darkness, the eyesight become, not only healed, but become sharpened. You'll be able to see things in the dark. Okay, so that is a power. But due to the modern lifestyle, I mean, the way we live in the modern city dwellers, that's a problem. You don't get access to all this natural setting anymore. It's very much in a computer, on the TV, on the gadgets. So that's why there's a big decline in the eye condition. Okay? And also initiating near work at a very early age. That means starting school at a very young age. That's also another problem. I've seen some parents, they're too eager to push the kids to go to school. They start giving them iPads and mobile phones. They start reading and start playing with things. No, this is the one thing that I told in the enlightened parenting with the Guru when I did it, like the parenting. And they don't do that. They're destroying their not only their attention span but also their eyesight. Because when the eyeball is so used to rapid motion, what is going to happen? They become insensitive. They become unaware when things are very slow because they are still habituated to motion, video. So don't do that. It's just like how the kids is traveling on the train. If the train is going too fast, it's just all blurred images, right? I mean, they can't see anything. It's just everything is blurred. But if the train is traveling at a slower speed, they will be able to see the whole scenery. So by giving them, gadgets to watch video, this is what the eyeballs will be habituated to see, which is fast motion. Because the eye is actually designed to watch, let's say, I can't remember how many frames because when I was working, okay, but the video is more than 20 over frame per second. I think on average, the eyeball can capture 15 or 16 frames per second. But the video is at least 20 and above frames per second, which means it's rapid, it's faster. Because of that rapid eye movement, they become very insensitive. They are not able to pick up the details, and the attention span is drastically reduced. Okay, so this is one of the things that living in a modern lifestyle, and also when parents are not aware, this is what happened. The kids' eyesight get destroyed at a very, very young age. Okay, next slide. So the symptoms of the myopia, okay, difficulties in seeing far objects such as street signs or movie screens, squinting to improve vision, experiencing eye strain or headaches when attempting to focus on distant objects. So myopia can also increase the risk of developing certain eye diseases like cataracts, glaucoma, and retina detachment. That means the retina is, like collapse. So it is also important to keep in mind that myopia can be progressive, meaning it gets worsened over time. As time goes by, it gets worse. Okay. There are, however, measures to reduce the onset of myopia. Next slide. So now, the next few slides are going to be about how the importance of eye care in Vedic tradition. Why we need to take care of our eyes. Okay, and what are the practices, yogic practices, that we can do to take care of the eye? That means eye care, the health of your eyes. Okay, so here, see, our mind and eyes are very much interrelated to each other. This is the first thing you need to understand. As in our body, there are 5 sense organs, right, where you receive sensory input about the outer world. The eyes, the ears, the nose, the skin, and the tongue, which gives you the smell, sound, hearing, touch, sight, and taste. Okay, so basically, among all of them, the visual sight, okay, is the most powerful. Understand? The eyes is the most powerful. So in our body, our eyes contain more than 200 million working parts after the brain. See, the retina and the optic nerve of our eyes develop as a direct outgrowth of our brain. Okay, the brain, which is at the here, and is connected to the eye. Okay, it's that's some kind of connection. Okay, so because of that, the retina and the brain have similar structure. Though it says that the retina is a type of the brain that grows in the eye. it is said that our vision are directly connected to our mind. So our mental state can affect our eye movements. Okay? So our brain can also be managed or affected by doing some eye practices. And that's the thing that helps people who has good intelligence to judge the mental state of other people just by looking through their eyes. Just by looking at their eyes, they can actually see, not only it's like the window to the soul, you can actually see through the being. Okay, that's the power of, when you have that ability. Next slide. So now, the next thing you should understand also, eyes are related to the fire element. As you know that in our body, where we have the 5 elements, the Pancha Bhutas, right? The Maha Pancha Bhutas, the Pancha means 5, Bhutas means elements. So we have the earth, water, fire, air, and space. These are the Pancha Bhutas, 5 elements. Okay? So, and understand according to the intrinsic nature of the 5 elements, each one is derived from the other, and therefore eternally interrelated, interconnected, and inseparable. So wherever there is one element in the body, the other 4 elements are also found as well. It also found well represented in the combination with the others. So fire has the principle of luminosity, okay, the fire element, which is that related to your digestive fire. Okay, it has the special property of form. It carries the general qualities of touch, sound inherited from the earlier elements, which is space, ether, and air. Then the fire element. Okay, so fire therefore can be seen, felt, and heard, but it cannot be tasted or smelled. There's no smell. Okay, so understand the aspect of fire. Agni. This is taken from the Siddha, the master of the basic. He says, listen to the aspect of the fire element. Nothing but hunger, sleep, overwhelming, population, fear, and laziness. These 5 affect your fire, your Agni. Okay, again, hunger, your sleep, excessive sexual activity, fear, and laziness. These 5 are the aspect of the fire. That means these 5, when you go through, is related to your fire element. So realizing this razor sharp fire aspect, be mindful of the inner nature of yourself. If your mindfulness becomes established, then it leads to the aspect of act. So you're just talking about how the different elements progresses to the next level. So understand the fire element is related to your eyes. Okay, that's why when if you meditate on your third eye, you will see the fire. Have you seen the fire? I always see the fire. I will just see the fire, then the Kundalini will get awakened. If you have been meditating on the third eye, you will see the fire. You will see. That's why the trinated tilak is like a flame of the fire. This is the fire. Okay. So the eye seeing is related to your fire elements. Okay. So if you have imbalance or weak digestive fire, that means cannot digest, a lot of problem with digestion. That means the fire element is not balanced, weak. You can be sure that your eyesight will be also affected. Your eyesight will be weak. Okay, so if you strengthen your fire element, you will also improve your eyesight. That's the something that you can think of. Next slide. So here are some of the yogic practices that that has been practiced for centuries. Like in Nithya Kriya, which we all do if you have been into awakening in Swamiji's Sangha. This is one thing that we clean. You see, as a yogi, or a yogic practices, we clean all the different holes, right? I being the 2 holes, which is responsible for our eyesight and seeing. So Netra means eye, Suddhi means cleansing. It's an ancient yoga practice of cleansing the eyes. This amazing yoga cleansing technique of Netra Suddhi is 100% natural, chemical-free method that removes burning and tiredness of the eyes and gives a fresh feeling to the eyes with the help of the eye cleansing cup. Okay, so this is the cup. I think all of us who have, been doing this, you understand the power of this eye cleansing. It rinses out the dirt, irritants, and also other foreign pollutants, which is common in the environment. Let's say you live in a very, very highly polluted area, and your eyes tends to become watery or irritated, itchy. This Netra Suddhi frequently, so that it start cleaning the eye from all the irritants or dirt, and leaving the eyes clean and eyesight sharp, because the ability to see far and ability to see, it's very important. And also this process also relaxes the eyes and strengthens the eyes. So this is the benefits, like cleanses the eyes thoroughly, remove tension in the eyeballs, soothe the watery and sore eyes, useful in treating myopia, okay, hypermetropia, and some of the eye condition, even headache. Improves eyesight, thus help to control the increase of spectacles numbers. Okay, it means without increasing the eyesight. Okay, increases blood supplies to the eye and also the optic nerves. Increases blood circulation around the eyes, which help in also getting rid of dark eye circle. Helpful for tired and puffy eyes. If you have puffy eyes, this is also a good way. Irritation of the eyes, redness of the eyes, and watery of the eyes. You have seen people when they get older, they have their eyes will be watery. I don't understand why they're like that. Like they're crying, the eyes is watery. So reliefs and headaches and caused by due to problem of the eyes or being stressed, the eyes being stressed. So insomnia can also be eased, as this eye exercise gives the eyes rest, and they get something like a workout for the eyes, and also counteracts various eyes disorder like glaucoma, as one of the even conjunctivitis, the pink eyes, and also, so all these are possible ways to cure a lot of eye disorder. Okay, so this is Netra Suddhi. This is the one that we all do. I mean, all of us who have been with Swamiji for a while, this is one of the morning spiritual routine that we do. Cleaning the eyes, the negative part, also the nose, then cleaning the Jalabasti, which is the bowel and all that. So all these cleansing are needed to keep the energy flow, and also help to get rid of irritants or impurities. Next. Okay. Let's go to the next one. This is another yogic practices for eye care, Trataka. Okay. See, Trataka is a Kriya with multiple benefits. Those of you who experienced it when I conducted the Trataka, you will know how powerful this Trataka is. So Trataka is traditionally has been practiced by yogis in different ways, not only for us, its benefits and effects on the eyes, but also its tremendous effect on improving concentration. If you are one person who have scatterbrain, I call scatterbrain means you cannot focus, and the minute you focus on it, ting, 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 all over the place. Prataka is one powerful way to bring improvement in your concentration, ability to improve your concentration. Especially the kids nowadays, due to short attention span, they are not able to concentrate very well. They can't hold the awareness. They just, for a few seconds, they will go somewhere and start getting distracted. So this kind of Trataka is very good to help youngsters to improve their concentration. So Trataka practice is not only the way, to attain stillness of the mind, but it's very powerful and is quicker in the feedback also. So while practicing Trataka, we focus our attention on the objects and the candle flame through the eyes and concentration. Okay, so it helps in releasing disorder related to the eyes and the brain. So here are a whole bunch of benefits I'll quickly read through, but those of you who practice Trataka would know how powerful it is. First, strengthen our eye muscle. Second, purify the eyes. Third, treat the eye disorder. Fourth, relieves insomnia. Fifth, aids in treating depression. See? Improve our concentration. Yes. Calms our anxious mind. If you have anxiety, people with a lot of anxiety attacks, feeling anxious all the time, Trataka is a great way also. Promotes our emotional stability because it brings so much calmness into your inner space. Emotionally become stable. And also boost your willpower because you need to make to concentrate on the third eye. Your third eye is the seat of willpower. Okay, so Trataka works on improving your willpower by focusing on the third eye. Develops intuitions and clairvoyance. If you practice it over a period of time, your intuitive nature and ability to see things before even it happens, that power gets also awakened because that power is related to the third eye. And then improves our vision and memory. That's another part because it's connected to the brain, right? So your memory power and your vision, your ability to see things beyond the two eyes also improve. And finally, improves power of consciousness. Okay, it means your consciousness, the strength of the consciousness can also be improved just by this Trataka. So to me, it's not just a kriya, it's not a cleansing technique. It's like a meditation, many other things. Okay, so because we don't have time to do this kriya, I'm just going to let you know that in yogic practices, there are a lot of other ways where we can improve our eyesight, as part of the eye care. Okay, so these are the two. And the third one, of course, gifted by Swamiji, Nithya Kriya, cure for eyes, the short-sightedness, myopia. So now let me just go through the step and then we'll do the Kriya together. So here are the 4 steps. So you're going to assume Anasurya Asana, which you can see. You're going to put one leg on top of the other. This is Anasurya. And then there'll be 3 pranayamas that you'll be doing. Kapala Bhakti, Lahari Pranayama, and Anduri Pranayama. So let's go through that one by one. First step. All of you now, if you can come to Anasurya Asana. Okay, so next slide. Let's look at so first step, Anasurya Asana is taken from Yoga, Pradipika, verses 88 and 89. Okay, basically the translation and the technique, the translation, it describes the technique itself, that means the step. So sit on the floor, bend the left knee, okay, and place the right knee on the left knee, that means right on top of left. Okay, so this is the posture. Rest both feet on the floor, adjacent to the hips. So it means both feet should be close to the hip. Okay, your hip. Got it? And hold the right foot with the left hand. Okay, right foot with the left hand because it's over, right? And then same thing for the other side. Okay. Now, this is preparatory step. So fix the gaze at the tip of the nose. Remember what is the tip of the nose? This is the part that records the impact of time. So focus on the tip of the nose is also the entry point to time. Okay. And we're going beyond time. So now fix the gaze at the tip of the nose for 30 seconds. Just sit there in this posture. Let's start. You can breathe, don't hold the breath, but fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. If the Kundalini energy get awakened, just allow it to happen. All right, relax. So this is the first step, the preparation. Next step, next slide. So this is the Kapala Bhakti Pranayama. So the translation is taken from Yoga Rahasya, first chapter, verse 100. Okay, so now, basically the instruction is, so you're going to breathe out short and fast as you pull in the abdomen in and up, and then allow the body to inhale by itself. Okay, you're going to do this step for 3 minutes. Okay, so like this. So I'm going to time now. Okay, so forceful exhalation and pull up the abdomen in and up, and then you will naturally inhale by itself. Okay. Still in the same asana. This step activates your digestive fire, Jayata Agni. Do it comfortably. Don't, get stressed. You feel that you're hyperventilating, just slow down and continue. All right, relax. Next slide. So just relax for a while. Allow the breath to settle out without the Kapala. Relax for a while. Let me explain the next step, the third step, which is Lahari Pranayama. You'll realize that you may stop breathing for a while. Just allow the temporary cessation of the breathing to happen. Just, you can close your eyes, just stay in that asana while you provide the listening to the next step, okay? The next step is called Lahari Pranayama. It's taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 77 and 78. So this is the translation come technique. It says, breathe in with a short inhalation with one nostril. So you can choose either one nostril. Then with the other nostril, breathe out, okay, with a short exhalation. So inhale in a short way through one nostril and then blow out the other nostril. So you're going to do this for 3 minutes like this. Okay? A short inhalation of one nostril, then breathe out the other nostril in a short exhalation. So it's going to be like pacing. Okay? Let's do it now. Again, do this step for 3 minutes. Start. Finish the last one. Okay. So settle down again. So now let's go to the last step. So listen, this is for Anduri Pranayama. It's taken from Kumbhaka Padadi, verse 70. So listen, this is the same thing, translation come technique. So as you breathe in, roll the tongue like a tube. Okay, as you breathe in. Breathe in through the nose and mouth. When you have completely finished the inhalation, roll the tongue backwards and press it on the upper palate. Hold it as long as possible. When you can't hold anymore, then exhale through the nostril. Okay, do this step for 21 times. Okay, listen, let me explain again. You're going to breathe in by rolling the tongue into a tube, right? Inhale. Upon finishing the inhalation, okay, breathe in through the nose and the mouth. Okay, so roll in the tube, breathe in through the nose and the mouth simultaneously. Then we are done with the inhaling. Push the tongue, put the tongue, press it into the upper palate, okay, and hold as long as possible. When you can't hold anymore, then breathe out through the nose. Understand? Okay. So roll the tongue, form into the tube. Inhale through the nose and the mouth. Breathing through the 3 holes now. Close the mouth. Push the tip of the tongue to the upper palate. And retain the breath as long as possible. So you can't hold anymore. Release through the nostril. Okay? Please do this. Use your hand to count. Once you get the hang of it, it becomes very natural. So inhale through the tube and the nose simultaneously. Close the mouth, push the tongue on the upper palate, then exhale slowly through the nostril once you can't hold anymore. Very powerful, awakens the Kundalini right there. Heavy exhalation, Kundalini affects everything. Okay. Do it this step 21 times. Count at your own pace. When you're done with the 21 times, just sit in silence. You can come out of the posture, you can sit in any comfortable meditative posture and just sit for a little while. Because the Kundalini awakening, allow the Kundalini energy to work its magical work of transforming your eyes. Because once Kundalini energy is awakened, it will direct to the right place where this Kriya is designed for. So obviously your eyes. So just remain in silence with the eyes closed. Allow the energy to heal the eye. You may also start altering your eyeballs so that your eyeballs can start to regain its clear vision, normal vision. When you're done with this Kriya, you can get also set for a while. Before you open your eyes, just gently open your eyes with a few blinks, okay? Look down first, and then just see from far and see how you're seeing your eyesight now after the Kriya. Has it become clearer? Has it become clearer? So, those who have finished, you want to share? How do you feel? Watery?
It's more bluish, make it more.
The eyes.
Usually was quite dry.
So that means it's wet.
Yes.
Okay, that means.
I've been using computer very intensively these few days.
Oh. So the dry eyes, you had a history of dry eyes?
No, just recently.
Oh, it is because of prolonged use of computer, right? So now the eyes, see when the Kundalini energy is awakened, it's intelligent now to supply, lubricate your eyes.
Yes.
Okay, so you feel, so now when you now the eyes lubricated, you see things, you will have a different effect.
Yes.
Right? Because when the eye is dry, you tend to blink a lot.
Yes.
Right? What about the rest? How do you feel? Your eyes, how many of you felt eye wet? Yeah. Yes. Okay. And when I finish, first of all, I just look at the screen. Suddenly I see the sight so clear. Do you feel that? Huh? Before that, I was like a bit blurred when I was looking, I had to squint my eye a little bit. But after this, I was like, hey, suddenly it becomes so clear. You see, I didn't even wear my glasses. So, okay. So now, all of you, some people give feedback on the chat. Let me just see. Two people. Okay, so sorry, I need to okay, now I'm answering the question, how long should we do this Kriya? Okay, see, normally we do 21 days, but I will not prescribe 21 days. Do it until your eye is completely healed. Okay, some people may need only 10 days. Then the eyes is already better, they can drop the glasses. But some people may take longer because your lifestyle, you keep looking at computer, you may not be healed within 21 days, right? So to me, I feel it depends on your lifestyle. What kind of, eye care are you having? So my suggestion also, not just doing this Kriya, do also the Netra Sudhi, which is the eye cup, and Trataka, do it at least once a week. Trataka, do it at least once a week. You will not only just improve the eye concentration and all that, you will just overall so many benefits. So complement all these three practices and do it. Okay, if you first of all set a very strong intention to heal your eyes. Okay, this is about your willpower. And also, if you have very weak digestive fire, improve your digestive fire. Okay, because all this will affect your vision. So you need to adjust a few things besides just doing the Nithya Kriya. Understand? So my suggestion is you monitor when you do this Kriya and see how your eyesight are improving or your eyesight are changing. Have that and wait for the eyeballs to stabilize. See, it's about reshaping your eyeball and how your the cornea is, right? So all that is internal organ working by the energy, by the Kundalini Shakti. The Kundalini Shakti is basically responsible for altering your eyeball shape and your cornea for the improvement of your eyesight. Correct? So it all depends also how intense you are in this decoration and how you are also taking care of your eyes on a daily basis, right? You could be doing this prayer, but you spend 20 hours on the computer. Then I say, maybe, you take a longer time. I do not know whether it's going to counteract what you are doing, right? So you need to, you need to adjust your lifestyle habit in such a way that you take care of your eyes. Okay. So, I mean, if you are able to go more, in the nature, go to the park, look at the trees, look at the greeneries, whenever, or take more breaks when you are on the computer, let's say every half an hour, just go take a break, look at something green and, allow your eyes to be relaxed. So do all this kind of thing to adjust your stress that you put on your eyes. Okay. So become more aware of how your eyes are feeling. If let's say it's too dry, it's itchy, it's feeling tired, whatever may be. This is the time you need to step back and start, doing something for your eyes. Okay, don't overexert or what you call it, abuse your eyesight. Okay, so that's what I want to say. I hope I answered your question, Ma. Yeah. Okay, so she said I answered the question. Any other question from the Zoom and also here? Any questions? Hmm? Any question?
Can we cure long-sightedness?
There is another prayer for long-sightedness. Yes, long and short. But I think the steps are different. So this one is for short-sightedness. Okay. So long-sightedness maybe we'll do another time. Hmm? Okay. I mean that's a good question because people may think, I'm gonna try and see. Even though I have long-sightedness now, because after a certain age, right? I'm gonna try this prayer first. Try and just see how it balances my eyes. And then of course, subsequently I do the long-sightedness, but I'll try first. Because I feel the last pranayama is the most powerful. You realize? Oh my God, me put on top of the roof of the mouth only, after the exhalation, nearly boom. 爆炸. Every exhalation is Kundalini awakening. It's very powerful. Any other question? No? Okay. So those of you who want to experiment with this prayer, you have to experiment it over a period of time with your eyes. You need to take care of your eyes, okay? Because the eyes is really, really important. Otherwise, you don't get to use for long use to have problem. I mean, in fact, if you take care of your eyes, you will not have all these old age diseases like cataract, glaucoma, some kind of funny eye problem, right? If you take care of your eyes. Besides short-sightedness and all this, but with age, I've seen people with like cataract, they grow cataract after a while, right? Or people have you seen people with blood vessel bursting? Suddenly the eyeball become red. This is due to old age. Yes. And she need to take care of the eye also. Yeah, suddenly become red eye, but she doesn't feel any pain. She just feel suddenly you just realize how come the eye is red. That means one blood vessel in the eyeball burst.
So something very serious like detachment or some
Retina,
what is that? What is
retina detachment. This is also part of the age problem. Aging will cause all that. And so if you do all this eye care, this kind of prayer, you will not have all this disorder. Like all this, Nitra Shuddhi and Nitra Taka, all your eye disorder will be over.
That's always like something this one will help.
Yeah. If you can, ask her to do also Trataka. Trataka is very powerful. The flame one. See, I have done the recording on my YouTube channel. You can use that. Play that her to do. Okay, any other question? If there's no question, we'll wrap up. Thank you all for joining. Okay, wait. So there's a question from Mark. It says when we breathe out in one nostril and out the other, in the short breath, do we take the breath in and out in the same nature or just one in, one out, like this? Okay, let me just demonstrate so that you're clear like this. Fast inhalation, fast exhalation. Okay, the third step. Got it, Mark? Doesn't matter. You just choose one that you feel comfortable. Okay? So fast in like a short inhalation and short exhalation. It is to create certain energy. Okay, so any other question? Anyone? Anita and Rosita? Clear? No question? How do you feel about your eye now? Huh? You can see things clearly now. Huh?
So it energizes.
Yeah, and it just do you see that? You can see clearer now. Later on, you go out, sharper, right? Just only one session, and we didn't even like do 21 day or everything. Okay, great. I'm so happy that you guys are experiencing. I'm going to try to experiment this for a few more days because I actually enjoy this Kriya, quite short and powerful. So with that, shall we conclude with the Pura Mantra? Ma, Paramisha, did you take a picture of the people?
Yeah, I took already, ma.
Okay, great.
I
So
shared
let's
and then I took already.
wrap
Yes.
up with the Pura Mantra. Thank you all for joining. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Saubham Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam Paramastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you. Hey, let me just take a picture of all of you in this angle.